Hey guys, how you doing? Been a week. I thought I'd shoot out a video to you. If you wonder where I've been, I have been moving. And if any of you have moved recently or remember the last time you didn't make a move, moving is a bitch. And it is. But I'm very happy with the move. I'm very happy with the place I'm staying. It is fantastic. But it is adding more expense to what I'm doing. So again, you know, I was living on the thin edge before now, but I had to move for my own mental health. Really, I swear. I go out on the streets, I bang it out when I'm out there, and when I get home, I want to relax. I couldn't relax where I was because I was living with a woman. Best be described was the Maxine Waters of New Orleans. In the same house. I wasn't living with her, but she lives in the same house. Someday I'm going to do a whole video on this. I just don't like talking about myself. I really don't find myself all that interesting. My work is what interests me. What I'm trying to achieve is what interests me. And if you guys appreciate what I'm trying to achieve, I would appreciate you helping me to try to achieve it. Because it is all important. Because we're going to keep on heading into more difficult times, and I am on the front lines. And if I can do what you can't, then please support me for that. And thank you for all the people that have supported me in the past, and I appreciate your continued support. And those of you that can see your way to support me, please do. I'm going to be changing a few things around once I get my new studio set up. Obviously, this is not the studio. My green screen's not here, and this I'm working on. A few of them were purchases that I'm going to make. So help me out. Help me out to stay out there. In addition, the weather has turned horrible here. It looks like a couple of weekends are just shot in the ass. Winters are always tough anyway to be out on the street, and that's where I get a majority of my funding to keep this rolling. There's only really a small portion of it that comes from my subscribers and supporters, and that's why I'd like to increase the numbers. So please do share this, and please get the message out that I'm here. I'm going to be on those streets till they carry me off. So please help me out. I don't want to have to quit doing this and try to look for another way to make some income to survive. And then I don't feel, again, what I have to say I don't think is all that interesting. It's the people I meet out there in the street. It is the streets that are the battleground, and that's where I'm going to be. Help me stay out there, please. So thank you for that. What we got here this is a returning Cuck. He lives half a year. He's a snowbird, comes down to New Orleans, and I don't know where the hell he comes from. Probably goes up to some other liberal shithole up north during the summertime. Then he comes down here, but he is like, oh God. I mean, if you were to go to Central Cast and go, give me a dumb lib, they'd grab this guy and bring him out. He is just nothing but talking Grand Central. So, I thought I'd go ahead and just do a video here and knock this guy out, for a few laughs at his expense. And you know what you do here. If you like it, you like it. If you care, you share. So if you're a new viewer, if you've met me on the street and this is your first time viewing the videos, hey, if you like them, you already heard my pitch, go ahead and join and contribute to this, because I need to stay out there. And so I want to get to it. I want to God bless you guys for all of you that have helped me and have been with me from the beginning, our continued supporters. And for all of you that are new and are supporting me, I want to thank you very much. I'm trying to do God's work out there, and hopefully you can help me in doing that. So God bless you all, and here we go, on the streets.
Hey, meet great people. It's nice.
Yeah.
And then you get to slap the liberals all around.
Yeah, I know. That's right.
Speaking of which.
Hello.
Hey.
You still loving him?
I I'm angry that he hasn't gone ahead and gone on the offensive and put Hillary in jail.
He's nothing but on the he's been on the offensive since he ran for president. He's been offensive.
He's not gone as far as I'd like it, because none of them go as far as I want him to.
But you're right. He's been offensive. He has been offensive.
No, I want to see him go on the offensive by putting her in jail.
He's been offensive.
In what way?
As a person, he's offensive.
Give me an example.
He lies constantly. Well, whatever.
Give me an example of a lie.
You love the guy. Give
me an example of a lie.
Come on. But I'll give you your favorite: global warming.
Oh yeah, well that's bullshit anyway. I've already showed you that.
Listen, you haven't fallen out of love with him yet.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you this.
I'm waiting for the time when I come here and you'll be offensive and you'll be embarrassed by having supported the fucker.
Why should I be? You haven't given me a reason. You haven't given me a reason.
Listen. The reason. The man is a joke. Come on.
All you do is come out with this platitudes, but you don't back anything up. You say he lies, you don't give me what he's lies. You say he's offensive, you can't tell me what's offensive about. You say it's a joke, you can't give me an example how it's a joke.
The man is listen, how come you're not asking questions about the Flynn thing and stuff like that? You know, that'd be very interesting.
It's all bullshit. That's a process crime. It had nothing to do with the original investigation. Nothing. Zero.
Keep in touch.
I'm still waiting for you to give me an answer to anything.
The answer to what?
Let me ask you about the global warming thing.
Right, go ahead.
You know, I try to figure out why liberals hate plants and people. Because
we hate plants and people?
Yes.
Plants?
Yes.
You mean green plants?
Yes.
Yeah, I hate green plants.
Yes, and people.
And people.
Well, here's my reasoning.
Why do I hate?
Here's my reasoning.
What's your reason?
The big boogeyman is CO2. You're trying to reduce CO2. But the more CO2 there is, the bigger and faster plants grow. The more that plants grow, the more food we have to eat. We thrive. Plus, when plants breathe in CO2, they breathe out oxygen, which we need to live. So I want to know, why do you want to eliminate CO2 and hurt plants and people?
It's not. It's just excessive CO2. It's CO2 that's changing.
What's excessive?
That's changing the climate.
What's excessive?
The amount that's changing the
Give me the amount.
Climate.
Give me the perfect amount.
The exact amount?
Yeah, give me the amount it should be.
I can't give you the exact amount.
Why can't you?
We're way beyond it. Yeah.
We are.
We're way beyond the amount.
We are?
Yeah.
How do you know? Where is it right now? How much CO2 is in the atmosphere?
That's a good question.
Can you give me an answer?
It's a good question. No,
well,
I can't
if you say we're way beyond it, then you ought to know where the hell it is.
I can't give you the exact amount. No, I can't.
Why not? You just said we're way beyond it. If you said you knew we were way beyond it, you ought to know where the hell it is. Where is it?
I'm just saying what the scientists, all the world leaders are saying, what the people I respect
so you don't know. You're just acquisitioning your mind to them. They know better than you. You give up your mind to them.
I don't give up my mind to anybody.
Then why can't you tell me how much CO2 is in the air? Shouldn't you know that if you go around spewing the idiot stuff you spew?
I'll take a look. I'll let you know next time I see you.
And then look it up. It was twice the amount when the dinosaurs were roaming the earth. There were no people then to pollute the world. So tell me why it was twice the amount when the dinosaurs were here.
Twice the amount when the dinosaurs.
Yes.
Then how much was it when the dinosaurs were here?
It was zero.
What was the level when the dinosaurs were here?
I'll tell you what it is right now, and I'll tell you what it is right now, what it was then. Currently, there is 0.04%, less than half of 1%.
Okay.
It's a trace element. Dinosaurs roamed this earth, it was 0.08%, twice the amount. And the plants were this big, and they were that big, and things are thriving, and there were no automobiles and fossil fuels running around.
I'll check it out.
No, you won't.
I'll check it out.
No, you won't. You'll remain stupid.
Methods for bringing people in.
But they're not doing that. They're crashing the border.
Well, it depends on.
And then they're coming in. They're not coming in for any other reason except to get jobs. And when you bring in low-skilled, illiterate people, it drives down the wages for everybody on the spectrum. So you're hurting Americans by bringing these people in. I mean, have you got an answer for that?
Yeah, I do. I think you're totally wrong. And because these people come in and do work that lazy Americans don't do.
Wait a second. We already have people on the street. If you go to California, there's 10 cities all over the place. And if you remember Chavez, who was the guy who
that's right. He's the big union guy,
who went ahead and used to take his illegal immigrants down to the border to stop the illegals come over because they would drive down the wages from the people.
That's one example.
No, that's more than one example. But we're talking about bringing people. And another thing, here we have AI, robotic technology. I asked a Harvard professor out here one day, what is AI, robotic technology going to do to the people walking on these streets in the next 10 years?
Well, they're not going to have jobs.
And what are we going to do with all these out-of-work people?
Well, you're going to help them. This is America. You're supposed to help people.
How many people, he told me, and this is what he answered me, he says about 50% of them are going to be out of work. Now, as more people get out of the workforce, how are the fewer that are in the workforce going to be able to take care of them?
Well, you know what? You know who's the cause of this problem is the rich people who own General Motors, who's going down the tubes, IBM, and all those
You
people.
haven't answered my question. How are the fewer that are working going to be able to take care of?
They're not going to.
Huh?
They're not going to be able to.
Then why should we let them in to bring our country down?
Well, why should we let any in for the last 150 years?
They came in because at the time we were building this country. This country is built now.
Now it's built, so we lock them out.
Well, why don't they build their own country? Why should we let them in here? Why don't they build their own country?
This is a better one.
Why don't they have resources down there? Mexico has more resources than we do.
Choice like you do.
Wait, Mexico.
What's wrong with the choice that they have down there? Why can't they do it down there?
Really? What kind of resources does Mexico have that we don't have?
Resources has an abundance of resources. They have a year-round growing season. They have oil. They have all kinds of minerals. They are actually richer in resources than we are.
Some time ago you said that Trump was still here, so you would be still here? Is that what you said?
I don't get what you're saying.
What are you doing? You said, well, Trump is still here, so I'm still here. Interesting. So this is you're here to support Trump, or you're here to support?
I'm here to stop the insurgency of the liberal agenda coming through the UN, which is Agenda 21. If you knew anything at all, you'd know about globalization and Agenda 21. Agenda 21 is a UN program to go ahead and have a worldwide government depopulation program. Because here's the bottom line on this that you do not understand. AI robotic technology is going to put more and more people out of work.
It's been happening for years.
Yes.
Wait,
let me finish.
The Industrial Revolution, all of these things has been putting people out of party for years.
Let me finish.
So if that's the case,
will you let me finish?
Why cut education?
That's why you don't know anything.
Why cut
That's why you don't know anything. You won't let me finish a sentence.
And after
you won't let me finish a thought. Because you're afraid that I might score a point. You got acquisition.
No, I'm not worried.
Now, have you ever heard of Agenda 21?
Agenda 21 it has to do with globalization. It has to do with the United Nations.
A worldwide government.
A worldwide government, yeah.
And who's going to elect that worldwide government?
You're worried about a worldwide government.
Yes. That's exactly what globalization is.
No, globalization is not a worldwide government.
That's what Agenda 21 is.
We're more globalized now than we've ever been in the world. Ever been.
So no borders. We shouldn't have any borders. No borders, no walls, no USA at all.
I'm not saying that. We're more globalized as a country than we've ever been. The world is more globalized than it's ever been. One world government, governments are becoming stronger and stronger. There's not a worry about a one world government happening here.
The hell we aren't. The hell with it. Then why is Agenda 121 in play? Why is Agenda 21 in play?
One of the poorest conspiracy theories. When did we ever elect?
It's not a conspiracy theory.
It
is in the UN Charter.
When did we approve it?
It's
when
the,
did we approve
it's
it?
the
When
UN.
are we working for?
That's the deal. We didn't approve it. It just gets laid on us. We don't vote for these things. They just put them in.
Who's laying it us on? Who's laying Agenda 21 on us? And what changes that ever made in our country?
The same people that have been ruling things for a millennia.
We should be worried about this country becoming a plutocracy. That's true. That's true. As it is right now, and as it's becoming. But that's got nothing to do with Agenda 21.
Yes, it does.
Here to help our homeless Americans.
Believe me, we're heading straight into what Henry Kissinger called us the useless food eaters.
How you doing?
Now, when I asked that Harvard professor, what are we going to do with all these people when they get out of work, he looked at me straight in the eye and said, coldly, in the past, we've killed you.
We've killed the people that are out of work.
Through war, famine, you name it. When they don't need us, they kill us.
Here to help our
Again, guys, if you like what I'm doing out there, keep supporting me, will you? Hit that subscribe button. Keep me on the streets. Go to my shop and purchase one of my designs. Christmas is here. And if you can continue support that, that PayPal account is badassuncle.sam76@gmail.com. God bless you. See you on the streets.